In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started on Google Forms, including creating a form, viewing a form, adding collaborators, requiring logins, and being able to make copies of forms. Now, when you want to get started on there, you're going to want to go to Google Drive, which is drive.google.com, and there you want to look for that red button in the upper left corner where it says New. You want to go to New, and then More, and then you want to click on Google Forms. So, red button, More, Google Forms. It's kind of hidden there. Now, when that loads, we're going to be presented with a menu just like this. This is what it's going to look like from your side of it. First thing you're probably going to want to do is rename it. So if you go to the File menu and hit Rename, you can rename it. Otherwise, if you just click on the title of it up there, it will pop this up. Then type in the name here. We're going to call this a test sample form. Hit OK, and not only has that name changed, but this name will as well. Probably a simpler way though is if you just go up to the top, click on the name right there, it will allow you to just change it right there. Now, the next thing you need to understand is what you see right here is not what people are going to actually see when they take the form. In order to do that, you need to click on the little button up the top that says View Live Form. When you click on that, that's going to take you to a new page. This is what people are actually going to see when they're taking your form. What you saw was just the edit page. The other one is what it's actually going to be looking like. Anytime you make a change though on the form, you're going to have to refresh the form if you want to actually see what it looks like. So any changes I made there, like let's say I changed this from untitled question to this is my question. If I just go over there, it hasn't changed yet, but if I hit the refresh button at the top of the page, anyone who loads that now will see any updates that you make to it. Now, next thing you're going to probably want to do is be able to add collaborators, someone else who can edit this form along with you, in which case you want to go to File and then Add Collaborators. Down here at the bottom, you can invite people if they're within your district. It's going to be a lot easier. Otherwise, just paste an email address. I'm going to enter the email address for a coworker of mine, and I'm going to give him edit power. Now I can also checkbox that to notify him. I'm not going to notify him at the moment, but that's how you would add it. Now I can see his email address and name are right there. He has edit power. So this is someone else who can also work on this along with me at the same time. One other thing that's really handy to do is sometimes when you're done with the form or you want to temporarily disable it, you want to make sure that people can't take the form when you feel that it's done or they should turn it in. You go up to responses and you click on that, and at the top there's a little thing that says accepting responses. If I change that, it's going to say this form has been turned off. Now, anyone who's trying to take that form, if I refresh the page, says, nope, sorry, this is not accepting responses. Contact the owner if you feel that this is a mistake. For me, I can go back and I can click it again. Now it is accepting responses again. Now we have a couple other little options up here as well, the different things that I can check. I can require people in my district, this is my particular district, to log in to use the form. So this way no one outside my district can actually get in there. I also have the option to let anyone anywhere in the world be able to do this. If I'm requiring that login, I can also collect their username. I'll put a video out later on that will explain what that's going to look like, but it's very, very handy when I'm going to do that. We also have one other option here where I can only allow one response per person. If you're doing some sort of voting thing where you don't want people to be having multiple votes in it, you can click that, and this means that once they've taken it once, they don't have the option to take it again. Sometimes that's really handy if you want to make sure that no one else is going to be taking it or everyone else is going to be taking it just one time. One final thing that might be handy is the ability to make a copy of a form. Sometimes you've been sharing a form with someone else or someone else created it and you've been added as a collaborator, but you want to take it and you want to make your own copy. In which case you go to the File menu and you want to click on Make a Copy. Now what I can do is I can rename this. Here's a copy of my sample form, and it's essentially going to be exactly identical to what you were looking at, only this time there's no collaborators because you've made a copy that right now is exclusive to you unless you add anyone else.